Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Yeah.
Good
Nicholas.
evening.
Good evening. Mr. Godwin. Good evening.
Good evening.
You are all welcome. I think we
Thank
are
you.
set.
Yeah.
Sorry for being late today. Accra traffic and stuff.
It's fine.
But I'm set. So we can start.
Yes.
Okay. So let's go over. If anybody has a question from yesterday's class, let me address them before I start. Does anybody have a question to be addressed before I continue? Hello? Any fallout from yesterday's meeting? Nicholas? Antoinette?
Sir.
Any fallout from yesterday's meeting?
No, please. I'm fine. Thank you.
Nicholas? Etta Franklin?
No, I'm okay. I'm okay.
Okay. Seto?
Some I'm okay.
You're okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can continue from today.
Yeah.
So far, this is what we have done. I'm just going over so that we can all get it and then get it right. First principle, whenever you are starting any Revit project, is to get your levels correct. Let me increase the scale to 1 in 50, 1 in 25, so that we have the foundation level with elevation, ground level with defined elevation, ground floor level with a defined elevation, and then a roof level with a defined elevation. When these levels are defined, then you can create building elements and then building components that will be or must be associated with these levels. Every component that you create is always associated with a level. If the component itself is not associated with a level, then that component must be associated with another component, and that component must be associated with a what? With a level, always. So for instance, if you take a wall, you can always put a window or a door or an air conditioner or a light switch or a socket or a whiteboard or a paint or a TV on the wall. And anytime you place the object on that wall, because the wall is hosted on a particular level, then that object will automatically assume the level on which the object is, the wall is what? Hosted. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Good. So now, for instance, we have our walls here. We've created walls. Let me switch on my section box. Mostly when I'm working, I prefer to switch on my section box so that I can bring it down a bit and then see the internal of whatever I'm doing in three-dimensional form. Whenever I have these walls are constrained to a base constraint and then a top constraint. So I can place any component inside this wall. Currently, there is no component inside this wall. So we must know which component that can be hosted by a wall. Like for instance, a door, a window, a switch, a socket, air conditioner, a whiteboard, anything that can be hosted by a wall, a painting, a picture frame. If you take a floor like this one, this floor too, you can place so many components on this floor. So we call them floor hosted components. So you can put in a furniture, you can put in an equipment, you can put in a fixture, you can put in anything. The equipment can be a mechanical equipment, it can be electrical equipment, it can be a plumbing equipment, it can be anything. So you should know whatever you can place on a wall, and the same thing is applicable to a ceiling. So architectural walls, floors, ceilings, roofs, stairs and railings, we call them host elements. So always you bring in other elements that can be hosted by these. So this is what we are going to look at right now, for instance. So when I go to ground floor plan, architectural, we have already created our rooms, terrace, living room, bedroom, bathroom, WC, and then a working closet. Now, there are walls. Nobody can enter the building, so we need to place in doors so that people can enter the building. By default, they've loaded some doors in the project. So if I want to create a door, I'll go to architecture menu, look for build, and then under build, I should see a door here. As soon as I click on a door, I'll go to the properties palette. At the upper left corner here of the properties palette, we call it the type selector. Let me switch on the zoom. I'm coming. Zoom. There's this zoom I have on magnify. I think it's magnify. Excuse me. Magnifier. Okay. There's a magnifier. Now, when I come to the properties palette here, you see there is this properties palette, and at the top most corner here, we call it a type selector. There's a small arrow here. When I click on this arrow, I'll see the doors that are loaded. If you watch closely, there's one with gray background, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 items with white background. The one with the gray background, we call it a family. And the one with the white background, we call it types. So if you take this door, for example, this is M door exterior, single 2 light. And the single 2 light, there are 4 types: 900 by 2000, 900 by 2001, 900 by 2350, and then 900 by 2450. It is shipped by default. So we can also create more types of it if you want. There's also another type here, which is double door passage flash. Then there's a third type, which is a single door, single flash. And there's even another door here, single door, single vision light. So if you look at them, the one that is single door, single flash, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 types under it. You might not use all the 7 types in the project. You might also use all of them. You might pick one from here, you might pick another from here, you might pick another from here, you might pick another from here, depending upon the project requirement. So I'm going to try all of them. So I'll come to the first one, M door single light, and then pick 900 by 2100. As soon as I select it, and I come into my project here, you see that as soon as I hover over a wall, I can easily place it. When there is no wall, it will give me a warning that I cannot place it. But as soon as there's a wall, then I can place it. So I can come in here and place my door here. But before you place, when you hover the mouse over the wall, you can use the space bar and click the space bar to flip the door, whether you want it to go to the left or you want it to go to the right. When I bring the mouse down, the leaf will come down. Then I can also flip it, whether I want it to the left or whether I want it to the right. It's a simple mechanism. So I'll come in here and then place it here. So I have my door. As soon as I place the door and I select it, I'll see the dimensional relationship between the door and adjoining objects. So for instance, this door is having a distance of 600 from the side here. So if I want it to be 300, I'll click on this 600 and type what? 300. Then I can place my door. Let me minimize my magnifier again. Where is it? Where did I put it? Okay. Okay, back to 100%. So when I come in here, I can easily place my door here. And if you select the door, you see that the distance from here to here is 300, and then the distance from here to here is about 7481. I can select this door again, right click, create similar. Okay, let me not create similar. Once I place this door, I can change it to a different type. 900 by 24. I can change it to a different type, double. 1008 by 21. I can still look at it in 3D view, so I'll appreciate it in 3D view. Let me bring the section box a bit up. Too high. Okay, this is the door here. In 3D view, when I select it, I can say that check it to this one, 900 by 21. It will give me this door. I can select it 900 by 24. If you watch, it increases in height. I can change it to the single door, 750 by 2000. I can change it to a single door, 900 by 24. I can change it to a different family of door. Let's say double, 1008 by 21. If you observe closely, and I select this door, there are 4 families. This family here, 1, 2, 3, 4, that is loaded. For you to be able to confirm where these doors are, we go to project browser, we minimize views, we minimize legend, we minimize schedules, we minimize sheets, we minimize everything, and then go to families. So when you open the families, this family will give you access to all the things that you have loaded into your project, including doors, ceilings, conduit fittings, conduit, curtain panels, curtain systems, curtain wall mullions, dated devices, detail items, division profiles, and doors. Now if you come to doors, we have exterior single light, door passage double flash, door passage single flash, and then door passage single vision. So you see that there are only 1, 2, 3, 4 families of doors loaded, and within each of the 4 there are types under it. So within this particular type, there are this particular family, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 families. Within this particular one, there are also 1, 2, 3, 4 types. Within this family too, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 types under it. And then within this family, there are about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ideally, when you are working on the project, then you are the leader of the project team, and you are going to work with other people on the project. You, the person who is leading the team, will have to decide which of the doors that the people are going to use. So for instance, maybe you are not going to use a door of height 750 by 2000. Nobody will use it because it's not a standard door. So there's no need for you to include it in the doors that you are going to work with. So by later on, we are going to delete those doors, or we are going to purge them from the project. Let me check windows also. I'll scroll down to where windows are, and then check how many windows are also in the project. So it's in alphabetical order. The list is very long. The thing's loaded. So I'll scroll all the way down. See walls. Then I'll come to windows. Yes. If I come to windows 2, there are 1, 2, 3 families of window. A fixed window, double hang window, and then casement double window. These are only 3 families of windows that are loaded. So if you go to the fixed window, how many types are available? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 types that are available for you to choose from. If I go to double hang, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 that is loaded. If you observe, there is no triple bay window available. So if I need a triple bay window or 3 bay window, then it means that I must go to my libraries, look for that 3 bay window, and then use it so that I can load it and then make it accessible. That's the whole idea. We call them loadable components. When it is not loaded, you cannot use it. When I go to say, let's say for instance, let me minimize walls. Top solid, let me minimize this one. Go to say structural, these are structural elements. Structural rubber corpus, structural stiffness, structural trusses, system zones, windows, minimize them, wires, minimize them. Then come to the top here, we have rebar. So if you are doing structures, for instance, then you come to rebar shapes. There are some rebar shapes that are loaded from the list. It's a long list, and you can pick each one of them and then use them. If I go up and look for say ducts for mechanical work, I'll go to alphabetical order, look for ducts, M ducts, M ducts. Yes, this is ducts, the list of ducts. So we have oval ducts, we have rectangular ducts, we have round ducts. And if you come to the oval ducts, we have default one, gold elbows with tabs, gold elbows with T's, mitered elbows with tabs, or mitered elbows with T's. Then we have rectangular ducts. We have the default one, mitered elbows with tabs, mitered elbows with T's, radius elbows with tabs, and then radius elbows with what? With T's. If you go to say pipes and scroll down to pipes, pipe, I'll look for pipe. Okay, so there are pipes here. Under pipes, we have pipe types, we have pipe system. Now let's look at pipe types first. We have chilled water pipe, we have default, we have PVC, then we have standard pipe. So if you look at this, for instance, there is no hot water supply pipe. But only that, there are only chilled water, there's a PVC, there's a standard pipe, then there's the default. So if you need any other different type of pipe, then it means that you must create it and then work with them. So to be able to work with doors, for instance, I can select from this door either these 1, 2, 3, 4 families. That's what is loaded now. If I need a different door apart from this particular door, what it means is that I must go and load the door from an external family. And at our first meeting, I showed you where the external family is. You go to my computer, you go to drive C, my computer here, you open drive C, and when you open drive C, there is this folder called programs data folder. It's a hidden folder. So if you cannot find it, you go to the view menu here, and then if you scroll down, we have show, and then we have what you call hidden items. So you make sure that the hidden items are checked. If I uncheck it, you will not find it within the list. You only see program files, then you see program files by A6. But if I want to see the programs data, then I have to go to the view menu, go to show, and then go to hidden items and check it. When I show it, I should now see the programs data folder. So I'll open program data. Within the program data, you go to Autodesk folder. Within the Autodesk folder, you look for the Revit version you are using. I'm using Revit 2026, so I should see the folder.
I can't see it.
You can see it.
Yes.
Am I not
Yes,
sharing
me
the
too.
screen?
Yeah, it seems that things not moving again.
We are still on the 3D on the Revit software.
Okay, I'm coming. Share. Give me a minute. Okay, I'm sharing this one. I think I should rather share the entire screen, okay? Give me a minute. This magnifier thing is causing a hell. Okay. Then I'll go to rather share. Now you can see the screen rather. So I'll go to share. 1 minute, 1 minute. I think I should be able to share the entire screen. Share entire screen. Okay. Share. Now can you see the folder? Hello? Hello?
No, yeah.
Now you can see the folder. Okay. And if I
Yeah,
go
we
in,
are with you.
now you can see the Revit interface. And you can now see
Yes.
you can now see the folder. Okay. So let me go back.
Yes.
What I'm saying is that
Yes, thank you.
let me minimize this magnifier thing. It's giving me a hell. I should learn how to use it well. If you go to drive C, I'm saying that if you go to drive C, you should see a lot of folders, okay, including a programs data folder, program data. If you cannot see the program data folder, go to the view menu and direct, then go to show, then there's a hidden items sub menu here. If I uncheck it, you see I don't see the program data again. It's a hidden folder. So if I want to be able to access it, I go to view menu, go to show, and then activate hidden items. Then I can see the program data folder. When I open it, you will see a lot of folders. And then look for Autodesk folder. This is the Autodesk folder. So I open that one too. When I open the Autodesk folder, look for RVT. If you are using Revit 2022, then look for RVT 2022. If you are using Revit 2025, You use for RVT, Revit 2025. I'm using Revit 2026. So when I come to RVT 2026, I'll open it. When I open this folder, I'll see all the startup folders that is shape of the software, including libraries and then templates. That's the folder we are looking at now. The other folders, you look at them later on. But for now, our attention is on templates and then libraries. Later on, we'll look at family template also. But if you go to the templates folder, you see all the templates that is shape of the software. So if you go to the English templates, then you see default metric, default grade metric, electrical default, plumbing default, system default. You understand what I'm saying? You see all of them here. Now, if I go back, not to templates, but rather to the libraries folder, libraries. You see the libraries that are installed with the software. Then I open the English folder, not the Imperial one, the English. There are two libraries default, the UK libraries and then US libraries. So let me open the UK. When I open the UK, I'll see annotations, boundary conditions, cable trays, casework, columns, conduits, curtain panels, all the way to windows. Down here, there are title blocks, there are structural trusses, there are railings, there are pipes, there are openings, mechanical elements, furniture elements. So all these items that are here, we call them loadable elements. So when I open the Windows folder, for instance, I'll see all the windows that is shaped with the software. So if you click on the first one, you see a preview on the right. Then I can click on the second one, the third one, fourth one, fifth one, sixth one. So if you go to the list, there are so many windows that you can choose from the list. Anybody who is using Revit has access to these same windows. Anyone who is using Revit has access to these same windows. If the essential classes that we are doing now, the assumption is that we must take our time and then understand these default windows that is shaped with the software. Until you realize the limitations, as soon as you begin to realize the limitations of these default libraries, then it means that you are ready and prepared to do a mastery level of Revit. That is where you can create your own custom windows, your own custom doors, your own custom railings, your own custom plumbing fittings. But because we are beginners and we are learning new things, we will just accept these default ones and then work with them. So if I go to the plumbing and I go to fixtures, we have bathtubs, we have drains, drinking fountains, showers, sinks, taps, toilet cubicles, urinals, water closet. If I go to water closet, I'll see a lot of water closet available for me to what? Choose from and then work from. That's the point I'm trying to make. But because I want a window, I'll go to UK, go to Windows, then look for a triple window, window triple. So we have the triple plane window here. We have the triple plane window with bars. We have triple plane window with head. So I'll choose the plain one. Now if I choose this plain one, I can just drag it and put it in the folder, but I'll not do that way. Rather, I'll minimize it and come in here into the Revit environment, go to window. If I go to window, instead of using the default one, I'll go to load family. If I go to load family, see that it will take me, look at the path. This PC, drive C, program data, Autodesk, Revit 2026, libraries, English Imperial. That is what is it will take you to by default. But I don't want the Imperial. Do you understand? So if I come to the US here, It will take me to the US folder, which is Imperial. So I need to go up one folder, still Imperial, go up another folder. Then I'll choose normal English, not the Imperial. Then when I come to the English, I can choose either US folder or UK folder. But I'll choose UK for now. Go down to Windows, open the Windows folder, look for triple plane here. You see it's here. As soon as I go to open, that triple plane window will now be loaded into the project. So if you look at it now we have the triple plane. And for that one too, it came with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 types that I can work with. And if I come here and I select one of them, I can come to my wall and easily place my window in 3D. I can go to the plan also, open the plan views, go to ground floor plan, then click again window from here. Then I can choose the type I want, let's say 900 by 210. I can select any wall and then place it, and I have my window inside. So normally loading and placing doors, loading and placing windows, loading and placing furniture is a very mechanical work. It's not anything superficial. If you want to place a furniture, if you want to place a sink, you must know the folder in which you can locate that component, and then go there and then look for the component and then come and place it. We have wall hosted components, we have ceiling hosted components. So for instance, if I want to put a lighting fixture, for instance, I cannot put the lighting fixture on the plan here. I need to go to the reflected ceiling plan, like this one. And then when I come to this reflected ceiling plan, then I can go to components, place a component. Now if I want to place a component, I need the lighting fixture. I'll go to the type selector, look through the list. When I look through the list and I type say light, I can search at the top here. You see there's a search here. I type L-I-G-H-T. You see that there's a downlight. There's a downlight rectangle. There's a few lighting here. So if I pick say downlight rectangle LED, I can pick 18 watt square, 25 watt rectangle, 29 watt square, 35 watt, whatever. So let me pick 25 watt rectangle. As soon as I click on that one, that light will come. I can click anywhere here and then place my light. It didn't place. I think I need to place it on the face. Place it on the face. This way, good. When I come in here, then I can place my light. So there's one light here. I can also put another light here. I can also put another light fitting here. Then I can also put another light fitting here. So if you observe, I've been able to place 4 lighting fittings. 1, 2, 3, 4 in it. But if there is no ceiling, there is no way you can place what? A light. If I want to put a ceiling fan, for instance, then I can go and load a ceiling fan, then come and put it on the ceiling. Any question?
I think we are okay.
We are okay. Thank you. So let me go to the ground floor plan again. Now with my building, I will start putting in doors to all the spaces. So let me start with doors. So let me delete this window first. So there should be a door that I'll take to the living room. So let me delete this door. So there's no door now. So I'll go to door here. Then go to exterior doors. I want a double door. So there's a double door here. I want the 1008 by 21, so I'll click on it. So I can put the door in the middle here. I can let it open inside or open outside. So this is my door. I can add another door also to the bedroom, but I don't need a double door. I need what? A single door. Maybe single 900 by 21. So I can put one door here to the bedroom. I can put another door here also to this bedroom. Then the bathroom, I'll pick a different door size, 750 by 21. So with the bathroom, I'll put a door here. Then I'll come to this bathroom, I'll put another door here. I just place them randomly. Later on, I'll take my time and then position them well. Now, when I want to go to the closet, I don't need a door. I need an opening that I can take to this space. So if I look through the doors, there's no opening in it. So I'll go to load family, go up one level, look for doors. I open doors. Under doors, we have structural door. With the structural door, there's a door opening here, as you can see in the preview. Then I'll go to open. So when I come in, it's an opening of a door. Then I can place it here, so that it will serve as what? An opening. I can shift it either to the left by moving it from here to there. Okay. So I have this door. Let me change the detail level to medium so that you can see the effect. And then the line width, let me switch the line width on. View, thin lines, So that if I put an opening here, you see that I can put an opening inside here. That will take me to this closet. I have not sized it. I can size it to be the whole width. I can size it to be smaller, or I can even put in any dimension. If I come here also, I can go and say door. Again, architecture, choose door, then choose the door opening and put the door opening also here. So now I can enter this room with this main door. I can go to this bedroom, I can go to this room, I can go to this space, I can come here, I can go there. But I think I need to put another door also to the terrace. So I can take this door, right click, create similar, and then put a door at the back. For now, the door that I'm placing, I've not checked to confirm whether it is a security door, whether it is a flash door, whether it is a panel door, whether it is a jealousy door. Please, if you are using Revit, you must be consciously aware of the type of door you are using. Don't just put any door. In AutoCAD days, people can just pick a standard door and then put in that standard door in the project. All the doors that are used in the project throughout will all become standard doors. And then when we finish, we give them tag numbers D1, D2, D3, D4. And then when we prepare a schedule for the doors, then we use English, I repeat, English to describe the door. That D1 is a security door, D2 is a panel door, D3 is a aluminium door. Meanwhile, if you look at the door in the drawing, it is a standard word, door. Please, in Revit, when you are placing a door, you must be very, very, very specific as to the type of door you are using. When you start the project initially like this, you can put in any door for a start. We call it LOD 200 door or LOD, level of development 200 model. But as you continue to develop the model, then you have to be very specific as to the type of door you are using. You have to be very specific as to the type of wall. You have to be very specific as to the type of pipe. You cannot put in just any pipe. If it is a PVC pipe, you must make sure that you are using a PVC pipe. If you are using a PPR pipe, you should make sure and confirm that you are using a PPR pipe. And when you model it and you document it, then it means that you are documenting it to the specification of the model that you are doing. So that's the point I want to make. So now if I want a window, for instance, to be placed in it here, I should ask myself, am I bringing a louver window? Am I bringing in a sliding window? Am I bringing in a casement window? Am I bringing in a pivoted window? I cannot go and take a fixed window and place it. And then when I go and do my door and window schedule, I'll go and describe it as a louver blade window. Any question? Hello.
Yeah. I'm fine. I'm okay. I don't know.
Okay. Mr. Dixon.
Yeah, mankind.
Are you okay?
I just joined. I was trying to use the old account to log in, but
Okay. Always I send
so
a
I
new
realized
account.
that you sent
Yes, every
a
day I
new
send a
account.
new account, please.
Yeah,
Ato.
but
Uh-huh.
yesterday I tried what you did regarding the image, importing the image.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it worked.
Okay.
But today when I used this the Revit 25, I couldn't scale it, so I was just a little bit skeptical what might be the cause.
Okay, you let's go for a small. Later on, I'll answer those questions for you.
All right.
Okay, Mr. Ato,
Yes, hello.
are you okay? You are okay. Hello. Jay.
Yes, sir. Please, I'm okay.
You are okay. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
now, for instance, I want to put in windows. I'm going to put in windows. And if I'm going to put in windows, then I must be very specific as to the type of window I want to place. Okay? Or I can just take any random windows and then place all the random windows inside. But later on, while I am still working, I can edit those windows and then position them the way I want them. Normally, when you are in a hurry, you can put in anything just to present something. But later on, you can come back to the project and then fine tune them and then work in a way that will suit you. I call it continuous improvement. Your Revit file that you are working on today will not be the same as the Revit file that you'll be working on in 3 days' time. Every day you should see an improvement in the what? In the Revit file continuously. So now let me bring in a window. So I'll go to window. I'll click on window. As soon as I click on window, I'll go to the types that is available for me. So I'll pick the fixed window, for instance, 750 by 900. When I click on it, I can put it in the WC area here. I'll put one of them. Then I'll place it. Then I'll come to this WC area too, and then place it here. You see, watch, I just observed something. It's a big mistake, but it's normal in architecture. You realize that here, I brought the bath to the outside, and then the working closet is what? Inside here. But if you come in here, the bath is inside, and then the working closet is what? Outside. Do you observe it? So I need to swap them. So I'll select this bath, I'll select this window, I'll select the bath tag, the window tag, I'll select the opening, I'll select the door. Then I'll mirror it, choose mirror, and then take the midpoint here. I don't want a copy, I will check the copy. Then take this midpoint here, and then mirror it this way. Okay, so that the bath will come in here, this bath will rather be here, and then this working closer to shift to this side. Okay, then I'll move the bath from here, the room of the bath. I'll select the room of the bath also, and then shift it here. So if you select this one, I can just hover over it, tap, select this one and then drag it also here. Good. So this will be the walk-in closet, and then this will be the bath. So this one will come in here, this way, and then I'll take this walk-in closet and then move that one to here. So this is how it's supposed to be. Now my door should come in here, my opening should go there, this way. Are you okay? I'm still not making progress. Okay, let me shift it here rather. Then let the bath rather. Charlie, I'm worrying myself. Delete everything from this side, and then go here. Select everything here. Okay. This wall is here already, so I'll deselect this wall and then mirror it using this one, mirror. From here in the middle, then mirror it. Okay, so I have this one. I think this is what I wanted to do. Oh, Charlie, when I mirrored it, I forgot to mirror a copy. So I left the whole thing here. So I can undo. What I am doing now in Revit, we call it modification. Modification. I am only modifying the object. I am deleting, I am mirroring, I am copying, I am. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I can select this whole thing again. So what I'll do is that this time I'll also delete this one also. So I'll just select this whole one, everything in this corner here. So I've selected the whole thing. Then I'll go to mirror. And then mirror it using this one as a center. And then mirror it this way. So a copy will be created here. When I was mirroring, I still forgot to mirror the copy. So Control Z, undo. Select it again. Then I choose mirror. But before I mirror, I should make sure I deliberately and intentionally did this so that you'll be very much consciously aware of the possibilities of it. I must make sure that there's this copy tool here, that the copy is active. I check it, it is on, before I what? I mirror it. You understand? So when I click on the mirror now and then the copy is active, I can make a mirror copy from here to there. So that it's now properly what? Mirrored to this side. So I have my door here, I have my opening, I have my door, I have my opening, I have my bath, I have my walk-in closet. I have one window here, I have one window here. But for the bathroom, there's no window. So I need to introduce a window for the bath. So I'll go to architecture again, pick window. And when I pick a window, I'll go in and then look for double window. So I'll look through the list. There's a window casement double. There's a window double hang. There's a triple window. There's no double window. I might be confused, or I might be assumed that window casement double is a double window. So let me take that one. 1200 by 1005. I can come and put it here. This is a casement window. I'll come in here. This is a casement window. Now watch something. When I go to 3D and I go to the back of the building, there's this window here, then there's this window here. For consistency in terms of architecture, I should make sure that my windows that I'm using are consistent throughout. Now when I pick another window here, and then I'm going to choose this triple window, which is also here, then I come and place it on this side here. This is also another type of window. If you look at this window design, the character and then the form, then look at this window design, these two, the character and then the form, you realize that they are not what? The same. You realize that these two windows, or these three windows, 1, 2, 3, they are not the same. This one and this one look similar, but on plan, if you look at it, this one is a casement window. This one is a fixed what? Window. But in 3D, if you look at it, they look what? Similar in character. Meanwhile, they are totally different what? Windows. Let me select the roof, hide in view for now. Elements. I'll select this roof too. Hide in view element. So if you look at this window here, in 3D, they look similar. They look almost the same. But if you look at it on plan, this one is a casement. Meanwhile, in 3D, you cannot open it. It's a fixed window. You can't open it. Do you understand what I'm saying? This window we see here on plan is showing that it is opening with 2 leaves. This one is open at 45 degrees. This one is also open at 45 degrees. But if you go to the 3D view and you look at it, it is not open. So which means that there is an inconsistency in the presentation. So if you want to use this window in a real world project, you have some questions to answer. So you cannot use them and then get any valuable information out of it. It's not proper and it is not functional for a work. So in the medium term or in the long term, you must learn how to create your own what? Windows that can work with it. Let me show you something. Okay, I didn't prepare for that one. I'll do it tomorrow. So the fact is, I cannot be just using this window and then that window here. If I want to use windows that are the same triple plane window, then I must load windows that are similar to this one. So this is what I'll do. I'll go to window again. Go to load family. Go up. Go up. Go back to windows. You see, I use this triple plane window. Then it means that I should look for double plane window. Windows. There is also double what? Double plane. Double plane. Open. Then I'll bring it here and place it here. Then I'll go and load window again. Window, load family. Then look for window single plane. Single plane. This one. Open. Then I'll load it here. So now if you look at these windows, this single plane, this double plane, and this triple plane, they look similar. They look what? Consistent. And you can use them within your what? Within your project. But if you want to use this particular type, which is M window casement double, then it means that I must also go and look for what? M window casement single. M window casement triple. So let me try that one too and see. So I'll take this one, right click, create similar for now. Put that one here. So we have the M window casement double. Select it again, right click, create similar. Then load family. So I'm looking for M window casement. There's no M window casement here. It's window, window, window. So let me go up one folder to the US folder and see. US, go to Windows. So you see that we have M window, the M series, M window casement double is here. I'll pick any of them. Place it here. This is the same I brought. Then I'll go to load family, M window casement single. M window casement single. Casement. We have single left, we have single right. So I'll take single left. Okay. Then place it here. Then load family, M window casement right. M window casement single, right. The first one was left, this is right. And bring it here. Then I'll go again, load family, M window casement triple. M window casement triple. This is it. The art of selecting even these windows and using them in a project is a work that is supposed to be done by somebody. So if you are coming to do a project yourself and you want your work to be consistent, if you look at the series of windows on the left here, then you look at the series of windows on the right here, they don't look what? The same. This family of windows are different. And then this family of windows are also what? Different. So you should know which windows to load and when to what? Load them. Any question? Mr. Richard? Mr. Richmond?
Yes, sir.
Are you with me?
Hello?
Are you with me?
Yes, sir, I'm with you.
You understand what is going on?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. So,
All right, sir.
you must know which object to load, when to load them, and then where to load them. So now that I've loaded these windows, if I want to use this set of windows, then I'll use this set of windows to my work. If I also want to use this set, then I'll use this set. But I think these ones look nice for presentation, so I will delete these ones. Okay? And then use this particular type, the one which is loaded here. Now let me look at how they are represented on plan to see. So I'll go to the floor plan and check at the back. You see they are all casement. This one is triple, one casement here, one casement here. This one is single, this one is single, this one is double, this one is also what? Double. So I'll delete this double and this double are the same. So I'll delete one. This is single, this is single. One opens to the left, one opens to the right. Depending upon whichever you want to use. Then you have this triple when you want to use them. Now the question is, if I take this particular single one, it's a family loaded M window casement right. How many types do I need? Currently there's only one type, 600 by 900. If I take the M window casement left, if I check the type, that one too, there's only one type, 600 by what? 900. Then I'll check the double one. The double one too, how many types are available? I think there are 1, 2, 3, 4 types that are available. So I can choose between any of these 4 types. Then if I come to this one here, the triple 1, 2, I have to check how many types. There's also only what? One type. Now, the next question is, how do I create different types of these windows? And that is where you have to look at how you can edit these windows. But we will not edit the windows today, we will not edit the walls today, we will do editing tomorrow. So you can take your time, edit the window, and then create the types you want. And if you want to edit, you select the window, you go to edit type. Then there are the properties of the windows here. In terms of construction, in terms of graphics, in terms of materials and finishes, in terms of dimensions, in terms of analytical properties, in terms of identity data, IFC parameters, and other. These are the categories of information about the window that you can what? Edit and place them. And this we will look at tomorrow. If we take a door tool and select the door and go to edit type, we can edit the construction, materials, dimensions, analytical properties, identity data, IFC parameters, and so on. Your ability to load a window from a family and edit them to mimic what you want is an art you must master as soon as possible. If you're able to do that, you can size your windows well, you can size your doors, you can size your columns, you can size your pipes, you can size your duct, you can do anything. And the ability to size this thing is very critical. Normally, in the AutoCAD environment, we just draw. We don't look at how things are properly sized. But in Revit, you must make sure that whatever you are modeling will be the same thing if you go onto the site. So that if you look at what is on your computer and if you look at what is on the site, there should be we call them technically digital twin of the physical building, so that whatever model you model on the computer, when you finish the construction and go to the site and look at what is on your computer and what is on the site, they should look what? The same, no difference. But currently, with those of you who are having AutoCAD background, normally the sketch design that we show to our clients and the client approve of it, then we start doing the working drawings. By the time we finish doing the working drawings, there's the difference between the working drawing and then the sketch design. And when we go to the field and then we do construction, whatever we put up at the final construction, the as-built drawings, it is also totally different from the working drawings. So from the sketch design to the working drawings to the as-built drawings, they are all totally different. And if you do that as a building industry professional, you are calling for a disaster for yourself. The client can tell you that you have deceived him because the rendering that you showed him, at the end of the day, whatever you built at the end of the day is not what he got. But with Revit, whatever rendering you show to the client, at the end of the day, when you finish building, the client should get what? The same thing. And that is one problem that Revit solved for us as an industry. Any question? No question. Okay, so now let me put in my windows. I have a set of windows I want to use. So let me put in any windows for now. So for now, this window here, for the WC, I don't want it to be, I can choose this one, this type here. The M casement window right. So I'll come in here, select it, use M casement window right. This one, M casement window right. I can choose that one. Then I'll take the same window here, create similar. Then I'll come and put it here. M casement window right. For the bathroom, I'll need a bigger double one. So I'll choose M casement double. M casement double. So I'll look for M casement, not the plain one. I'm looking for M casement double here. And I need 1,002 by 1,005 for now. I'll put it here. Then I'll come in here, then put the same thing here. So I have my window here. For my bedroom, I want to use M casement triple window. M casement triple for the bedroom. So I'll come in here and put it here. Then I'll come here and put it there. So I can put it here also. Please note something. When I put the window on plan here, I can go to this section view. This section is looking in this direction and then open the section. I can see my window in the section view here. If I look at my window, I'm in the room alright, and I want it centered. You see that the distance from here to here is 800. The distance from here to here is 1,550. I can use my arrow keys to adjust the position of my window. So now from here to here is 1,002. From here to here is 1,150, which means that it is still not what? Centered. There's a difference of 50 here. So I can change it here and make it 1,070 what? 5. 1175. Then here to 1175. So that my window is now properly what? Centered. Point number 2. If I come to the window, there's a head height for the window here, at the bottom here. And the head height is 1550. Meanwhile, I don't want the head height to be 1005. I want the head height to be what? 21. So I can type 21. So that it will go to the top. I am positioning my window in the section. There's nothing wrong with that one. If I want to place it in plan, I can place it in plan. If I want to place it in elevation, I can place it in elevation. So for instance, if I go to the north elevation, you see that I see all my windows here. This is the one bathroom window. This is the another window here. This one window here. Then this this another window here. Okay. I have this set of windows also here. I need to know how I can place them. To put them at the same level, I can come here and select this window, control, select this one, select that one, select this one, select this, select that, select that, select all the 4. All of them should have a uniform head height, which is here. Currently, it is saying that the head height varies. So I can change them to 2001 for all of them. And when I bring my marker, all of them will be at the same word, head height. But I don't understand why some is at a lower level and some is at a higher level, which means that there might be something wrong. If I go up to my levels, it's saying that the levels varies. Okay? So I want all of them to be on the level, ground floor level. So when I change all of them to the level, ground floor level, and make sure that all of them have a head height of 21, and I come in, you see that all of them will be properly what? Aligned. And it is something I can do in elevation. Another way I can do that, undo. I can just take one of them and make sure that the head height is 21. Then I'll use a tool here called alignment tool. Align. Alignment tool. So I'll choose align, take this head height, and then align this window. Okay, I'll take this one, like this one, then align this one to it. I'll click on it, then it will be aligned. But it's not aligning because the level is different. This one is on the ground level. So I'll change it to what? Ground floor level. I'll make sure that this one is also on the ground floor what? Level. Then all of them are on the ground floor so that they'll be properly what? Aligned. So that all my windows are properly what? Aligned. If I go to the ground floor, those are the windows I placed. That I just aligned them. But maybe they are not needed here. But later on, I can move them. If I want to put in a furniture, I need to go and load the furniture that I need. So in my bedroom, I need a bed. So I'll go to architecture. I need a component. It's not a window. It's not a door, but it's a component. So I'll go to component, place a component. When I go to the list here, I'll see all the components that I can place. I can search if there's a bed, B-E-D. Come down here, search for a bed, B-E-D. B-E-D. There's no bed available. So I'll go to load family. Go up one level. Look for furniture in the list. Open the furniture. We have beds. We have seating. We have storage. We have tables. So I'll look for beds. And when I click on bed, there's a bed box, bed, bank bed, bed, hospital, bed, shaker, and then bed, standard. Then let me pick the bed box. Then I go to open. When I open it, then the bed will be loaded. Whenever you are placing any component, as soon as you bring it in, you can use the space bar to flip the component. As soon as you click on the space bar, the object will be flipped through an angle of what? 90 degrees before you can place it. So I'll come in here, flip it 90 degrees like this one. Then I can place my bed here. Then I can come in here and then place another what? Another bed. If I want another furniture for my living room, then I have to go to load family again. I don't want a bed. I'll go up one folder. I want seating. So if I go to seating, we have a bench, locker room, a chair kobu, chair desk, executive, this one, that 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 one. I think I'll take the sofa kobu here. This kobu is a single one. Then this one is a bigger one. Okay? So I'll take the bigger one first, load it, and it's a furniture. I can flip it also using the space bar and then put my furniture here, flip it again, put another furniture here. I can load again, then go and take the furniture, the single one here, open it, okay, then flip it, put one here, put another one here. Please, loading the furniture is one thing, placing it is another thing. Arranging it so that architecturally it will make meaning, it will be functional, it will be aesthetically pleasing is also what? Another thing. It is not my duty to teach you how to place your furniture. I'm going to assume that you have a fair idea of where you want to place your door, where you want to place your bed, where you want to place your WC, where you want to place your bathtub. So for instance, if I come to the bathroom here, I'll need to bring in either a shower or a bathtub. I'll need to bring in a WC, then I'll need to bring in a wash hand basin. As a matter of design preference, somebody will want to decide where to put the shower, where to put the wash hand basin, and where to put the WC. It's a matter of a design preference. So I'll go in to components, load family. This time around, I don't want a seating. I don't want a furniture. I want plumbing. So I'll go to the list, look for plumbing. So this is the plumbing folder. So I'll open the plumbing. If you look at the plumbing, there are two types of plumbing. There's an architectural plumbing, and then there's MEP plumbing. The architectural plumbing is for architects. The MEP plumbing is for engineers. There are equipment and fixtures. If you go to the MEP, if you go to architectural 2, there are equipment and fixtures. If you are an architectural person, you use the architecture. If you are an MEP engineer, then use the MEP libraries. Okay? So for now, let me pick the architectural. With the architecture, I can go to fixtures. Within the fixtures, we have bathtubs, drains, drinking fountains, showers, sinks, urinals, water closets. So I'll pick water closet, pick one water closet, 3D. There's water closet 2D, commercial water closet, another commercial 2D. So I'll pick this 3D one, go to open. Now when you come in, I can come and put my water closet, let's say somewhere here. I've placed a water closet. I need a shower. I'll go to load family, look for shower. So this water closet, so I'll go up one folder, look for showers. There is only one shower, 2D store. I can open it. Then my shower will come. Then I'll place it at this corner. If you look at the size of the shower as it is now, currently, it's supposed to go the whole length here. But currently it is very small square. Tomorrow we will edit it and make sure that it will fit this space here. So I have a shower here, I have a water closet here, then I need a wash hand basin. So the wash hand basin too, I'll go to component again, choose load family. I don't want a shower. Go up another folder. Look for wash and basin. So there are bathtub, there are drains, drinking fountains, and then sinks. So I'll go to the sinks folder. Within the sink, kitchen sink double, kitchen sink island, single, triple, round, square, double, mop, 2D, whatever. Now if you look at this library, it is not very rich. They are very, very, very basic. So if you want it to use for a project, it might be very difficult to achieve the results you want. That is when at times you might be required to use what we call manufactured libraries. That one, you can go to the internet and then download some. Let me show you a site. For instance, I'll go to my drive, click on a new page, then look for BIM objects, bimobjects.com, bimobjects.com. Search for bimobject.com. I'm searching for it, it's opening it. This is bimobjects.com. Here, accept all cookies. This library here is a very, very rich library for building components. You might need to sign up so that you can download objects. So if I go to say sanitary, for instance, I can click on sanitary. And when I go to sanitary, there are different types of sanitary items, WCs, manufacturer specific WCs, bathtubs, sinks, wash and basins, and so on. Their list is for several pages. I can click page 5. And it will load more sanitary objects for you. It's loading. You can search by brand. So if you are an experienced architect, or if you are an experienced building services engineer, then you know the brand that you've been working with. That serves your purpose. I can search in by brand. Let's say here, there are different brands I can search for. And with those brands, I can look for any brand that I want to work with. And then get their WC and then work with them. So many brands. So if you are very sure of the brand you want to work with, almost worldwide, all the popular brands, you can see them.
Your screen is not showing.
It's not showing. Okay.
Yes, we can't see.
Give me a minute. I think there was a distraction in the internet. Okay. I think it has come. You can search for the brands you want. You can search for the file type you want, either Revit or AutoCAD or ArchiCAD, 3D Max, IFC, SketchUp, whatever. All different file types are available for you to search for. You can search for the manufactured in Germany, manufactured in the United States, everywhere. So any brand that you are looking for, you can look for it. And then download and then work with them. In this case, if you pick such a component and then work with it, you know that you are very sure and you are very specific about the component you are working with. This one is, I think, about LOD 400 or LOD 400. You understand? Very detailed model that you can choose to work with. So this library, later on, you will take our time and then explore it. But it is called bimobjects.com. bimobjects.com. You can write it down and then take your time, sign up and then download any furniture that you want and then work with them for now. Minimize. So for now, I'll go back to app 1 folder. The fixtures here is not nice. I'll go to, this is the US folder. I'll try the UK folder too and see. So I'll go to UK. I'll go to plumbing, look for architectural, look for fixtures, look for sinks, and then come in here. There are different sinks here. I think the UK sinks are a bit detailed. Okay, so I'll go through the list. If I see a nice sink that I want, I can pick it up. This sink is not bad. There's another one too. No, let me pick this first one. I'll go to open. When I go to open, I can bring this sink in. I want the sink to be on this wall here. And because the sink is on the wall, although I place my door earlier here, I can shift this door to the right a bit. So I want to open my door, it will cover the sink. I can change the swing of the door also. So I want to open it, I can access my sink, I can access my WC, then I can have my wash tab here. If I go to a 3D view and I take my section box and then bring it down a bit this way, and I take my orbit and then orbit it a bit, I can see my bathroom here, which I just worked on. I can see it here, which I just worked on. I can see that my WC is properly placed, but I can observe that my sink is entered into the floor. That is not what I want to achieve. Okay, so what I want to do is that I'd rather select the sink, go to the properties. You see that the elevation, the level is on the ground floor level. The elevation from the ground floor level is 0. So if I want it above the ground floor level, I can raise it to, let's say, 900. Then my sink can come up. So that if I orbit it, my sink is properly now what? Placed. I can go to the ground floor plan and check if there's a section through here. Yes, there's this section. I can open this section, look at my sink, and then see my sink that it is properly placed. I can go back, move the section line back, so I can see my WC also and then the sink. Then when I open the section again, I can see that my WC is properly placed. My sink is also properly what? Placed here. Any question? Hello? Any question?
I'm okay, sir.
Okay. BC. Who is BC?
Yeah, I'm okay.
BC, you are okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now I can place wash hand basin, I can place WCs, I can place sinks. When I get into my working closet, I can place casework. So let me see if I can place casework. So I'll go to the ground floor, some shelves that I'll need in my wash hand basin. So I'll go to component again, go to load family. Instead of going to sinks, I'll go up one folder, up another folder, up another folder, not plumbing. I'll go up another folder again. Then look for casework. Casework. Open the casework. We have base cabinet, countertops, shelving, tall cabinet, wall cabinet. Let me go to shelving, shelves. So there are different types of shelves. A shelf here, a shelf there, a shelf there. I don't want any of these. I'll go up again. I'll look for countertops. This is a countertop, a straight countertop, L-shaped countertop, another L-shape, the one with a sink inside, the one without a sink, corner straight, and so on. I think I need the corner one here. This one without a countertop. That's countertop. I'll open it. Then I can come and place it in this corner. I can flip it. Okay? And then position it at this corner here. When I position it, it's long. When I select it here, I can adjust it so that it will terminate here. I can use this arrow also, adjust it so that it will terminate here. The width of this countertop, I can edit it later on. This width too, I can edit it. So if I go to 3D here, I'll see my casework. there. If I want to repeat it, I can repeat it. If I want to redesign it, I can redesign it. But for now, let me just leave one item just there. Now the next thing I want to look at is, if you come to my terrace here, let me bring it up a bit. Before I enter my building, this is the main terrace in the front. I need an opening to access my building because currently it's just a blank wall. And it is not a door that I need, but I need an opening. So the opening we use here, this opening here, I can right click, create similar, and then come and put one in front here. Put one at the side here, then put one at the left side here also. But if I go to the 3D view and then look at it, you see that I've placed an opening here. This opening, if I select it and I go to the types, there are different types and different sizes. So I can edit this one and then make it bigger. I can edit this one too and then make it what? Bigger. Okay? And that is where editing comes in. For all this while, we've not been editing anything. What we are doing is that we've been modifying objects, but we are not editing. And I explained on the first day that there are, whenever you select any object, like say this openings, there are two things you can do to it. Two, either you edit it or you modify it. Do you remember the difference between editing and modification? Do you remember the difference between to edit this opening and then to modify the opening? Do you remember the difference between the two? Antoinette, our madam.
Sir.
Do you remember the difference between editing and modification?
Yeah.
Can you help us?
Okay. So the modification, you are changing a part of, for example, a door. You are changing a part of the door to be something else while still maintaining maybe like the primary features of it. But when you are editing, you are changing, I don't know.
I'm not
Yeah,
convinced.
you are changing.
I'm not convinced. Who can help us?
Please ask set.
Seto. Madam says I should ask you the difference between modification and editing. Set. Seto.
Stay.
Yes, sir. Can you show us the difference between editing and modification? We discussed it on the first day. Or I should go over again.
Please go over again.
I should go over again. Okay.
Yes, please.
When I take this object, this opening here, and I copy it, and place one copy here, and place another copy here, you see, it is the same opening that I've displaced it by creating copies. Okay? I can select it and then delete it. It's still the same opening that I've deleted it. The nature and form doesn't change. It remains the same thing. You understand? But as soon as I want to change the width of the opening, or I want to change the height of the opening, or I want to change the level on which the opening is, then in that case, I am not going to use any of the modification tools here, but rather I'll come to the properties dialog box here and then change it. any change I make within the properties here, either at the instance level or at the type level here, it means I am what? Editing. I repeat, whenever I select any object, then I change the properties of the object, the parameters of the object in the properties dialog box here, either at the instance level or at the type level here. I am editing the object. But if I select the object and I align, I offset, I move, I copy, I rotate, I mirror, I scale, I trim, I pin, I delete, I am what? Modifying the what? Object. So do not confuse modification with what? Editing. When you edit something, the physical nature of the object changes. But when you modify something, it doesn't what? Change. For instance, if I take this wall and I copy it from here to here, this wall and this wall are still what? The same. I've only displaced it here by making what? A copy. If I change the length to here, it is still the same wall. I've not changed what? Anything. You understand? But as soon as I select this wall here, and then I change the base constraint to say ground floor, and I change the top constraint to say roof level. Do you understand? Which means that I have edited what? The wall. Any change I make in the properties palette here is editing. Any change I make in the workspace using any of the modification tools here is called what? Modify. Are you okay? Are you okay? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes, sir.
this opening I have here, I want to make this opening bigger. This one is small. If I go to the ground floor plan, the distance from here to here, DI, the distance from here to here is about 335. So let's say I can make the opening about 2.4 big. So long as I want to make this opening bigger, 2.4 width, then it means that I am what? Editing the what? Opening. And how do I edit that? I select the opening, go to edit type. When I go to edit type, I can change the width, I can change the height. Do you understand? So I just make a duplicate of it, then change the width, rough width to say 2,400, and then change the height to say 2,100. As soon as I go to OK, you see that the width has changed and the height too has what? Changed. So when you go to 3D like this one, when you go to 3D, you see that the opening is now what? Bigger. And it is totally different from this what? Opening. This is called editing. And then if I take this one here, I don't go to edit, then I rather go to create similar, and I come and place another copy here. This is called what? Modification. That is copying it again. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Nico? Sina Nicholas? Fire.
Yeah, I'm with you.
You are with me? Okay.
Yeah.
So, when I want to create opening at the entrance here, I prefer to edit this opening and then create some here. So this opening, I can place a copy here. I can take it, create similar, go to this other side here, and then place another copy here. But already there's one small one here, so I'll just select it and then change it to a bigger one. Let's say this one. The one in front, let me delete this one. I'll take this one of these ones, edit type, make a duplicate of it, okay, and then give it a bigger width of, let's say, 6,000. And when I give it 6,000 width, then that one will be bigger. Where is it? I think I edited the height and edit. It's not the height, the width of 6,000. And then I want the height of 2,1 rather. Then I go to OK. So when I do it this way, it will give me a bigger what opening. Then I can what? Center it. So if you look at it now, I have my opening done. So I can now enter my what? My terrace through this opening. It might not be the best, but we are still working on it. Any question? So if I go to the ground floor, you should see the opening here. I must make sure that it is properly what? Centered in the middle. I'm using eyeballing for now. Okay. Let's say this one is okay for now. So it's properly centered. So I've placed an opening here. I've also placed an opening here. I've also placed an opening here. Which means that I can enter my terrace from here. I can enter from here, and I can also enter from the what? From the front. Any question? Any question?
Hello, sir. Please, how do we do the arches at the openings?
Now, this opening is a rectangular opening. So if you want it to be an arch, then what do you need to bring?
An arch wall.
An arch opening, not wall.
Okay.
But currently, within the existing library, if I go there, there is no arch what? Opening. So you must know how to create what? An arch opening so that you can use it. There is a tool in Revit that we can use, although I don't recommend, but let me show you. Architectural wall. Let me draw this wall. I taught people initially, but they abuse it. So normally when I'm teaching, I don't want to teach it. If you take a wall like this one, a straight wall, please watch closely. If you take a straight wall and you select it, you see that from elevation it is rectangular in what? In shape. Do you realize it? It's rectangular in shape. Now,
Yes.
when you select this wall, there's a tool here called under mode called edit profile. Edit profile. When you click on this edit profile, the shape of the rectangle will be drawn as an outline, line work. This line work. Just a line work. You can redraw the line work if you want to. So I can draw a circle in it this way. I can draw another circle in it that way. As soon as I finish, it will create an opening within the wall like this, 3-dimensional. It is a very flexible tool, but normally I don't recommend. But for now, initially, I'll advise you. You can use it, but use it sparingly. But in the medium term, I will not advise you to use it. So if you want to create an arch opening, for instance, you can edit this wall, edit the profile, and instead draw a line from, say, here to come and meet this one perpendicularly. Draw another line from here also to come and meet this line to perpendicularly this way. Let me go to the elevation so you can appreciate it. Front this way. Now when you do it that way, you can then split it. Use the split tool and then split here and then split here also. Then use the trim to corner tool. Trim this and that, trim this and then that, trim this and then this one, then trim this and then that one. This gives you a neatly drawn arch for you. You understand? So I can delete this circle from here, and when I finish, I have a nicely drawn arch opening inside the what? The wall. But this is a tool I will not recommend for you to use. The reason I will explain later. I would rather prefer that you create an arch opening. You understand? Like this one, this opening here. So that when you create this opening here, then you can insert it. Why am I saying this one? If you draw this opening here using the sketch mode, then what it means is that you cannot schedule this arch. I repeat, when you draw this arch opening here using the edit sketch mode, then you want to schedule how many arches you have in your project. It is an impossible event. You cannot schedule it. But when I take this opening here, and then create a similar, and then place this opening, let me take one of the smaller ones. Let's say this one here, and then put it here. Good. When I put this opening here, because this one is an opening which I have placed, and it is not something that I just drew without, I can schedule this one and then know how many openings I'm using. But if I draw the outline like this one, excuse me to say, you cannot schedule it. And I'm telling you on authority, most Revit users in the country find it very, very comfortable editing walls in their profile, and they are drawing and creating so many intricate shapes. But when it comes to the documentation and then the scheduling, you see them finding themselves wanting. Any question? Gary?
Mankind.
You've been using Revit for some time now.
I'm not really. I'm now trying to migrate from AutoCAD to Revit.
Okay. But who has been using Revit for some time now? I want to confirm something. Please, who has been using Revit for some time now? Or we are all green?
But I use it for small modeling, and I edit the walls like you are saying. I've not been using the arches there.
The arches, yes.
Yeah.
So, and from my experience, most Revit users feel very comfortable editing the walls in profile.
Yeah.
Yes. It's a very, very, very bad practice.
Okay.
It's a very, very, very bad practice. Instead of you editing the profile, it will be advisable for you to create what? An opening of that nature, and then insert the opening into the wall. As time goes on, I'll teach you how to create the what? Openings, so you can what? Schedule them. Okay? For now, if I go and check the door schedules I created earlier, let me go to my schedules and quantities. I did the roof schedule. Okay, there's no door schedule, so let me do a door schedule. Right click, new schedule and quantities, then go to doors, then go to door schedule, then go to OK. Then within the door schedule, I want to know the level on which the door is. I want to know the family of the door. I want to know the type of the door. I want to know the width of the door. I want to know the height of the door. I want to know the head height of the door and put it here. Then if there's a description for the door, let me look for the description for the door. So I look for description for the door, D. Then I can also add a count so that I can know how many of the doors are inside. We've not inputted the cost. Later we can input the cost, we can input the construction type, we can input the fire rating, we can input the function. If there's any hardware or whatever, you can put them. But let's deal with this one for now. Now go to OK. So you see that it will generate a schedule for me for my projects. This is the schedule here, showing me all the doors that are in my project, the height, the head height, the description, and then the count. And if you observe, you see that there is a family here called door opening, door opening, door opening, door opening, door opening, and it gives me the type of the door opening here. You see the height is 0, the width is 0. I'm not seeing it, but I can go and edit the fields here again. Go to edit fields. There's another parameter called rough width, and then rough height, RR. So we have the rough width. They also have the rough height. Then add that one too. Then I go to OK. So you see that the openings that are added here, I can see it rough width. I can see the rough height, the rough width, the rough height. The bigger one I did is here. So you see that those openings are what? Schedulable. Okay? And you can count them, how many you are using, and you can do all those sort of things to it. But the one I did here in 3D with this arch here, there's no way I can what? Schedule it. That's the reason why I don't recommend you using it. So if you see anybody who is using Revit and you see the person editing the wall in profile, blink your eye to the person and say, my friend, what you're doing is wrong. If you tell him, the person, my friend, or to my friend, you don't know what you are saying. I've been using Revit for the past 6 years and I've been editing the profile. If the person starts speaking that way, just move on and leave him alone. Okay? Any question? Any question?
No, I'm fine, thank you.
You are fine. Okay. Now, one thing I want us to be very comfortable with is that when it comes to edit type here, this edit type with the type properties dialog box and this properties dialog box here, let me drag it in the middle. Let me drag this property here first. Drag this property to the middle here, this one. Let me make it a bit taller. From here to here. Let me make it longer. Then click on this edit type and put it at the side here. There are two properties. The one on the right here with the properties on top here, we call it instant properties. Instant properties. And the one on the left here, we call it type properties. I repeat, type properties. At our tomorrow's meeting, we are going to spend a lot of time on these instance properties and then this type what? Properties. Okay? If you understand these instance properties and then this type properties, then it means that you can create any object that you want, and you can customize any object that you want. Let me show you a typical scenario. For instance, if we come to our walls, from this, okay. If you come to our walls, currently we are using a generic properties. We are using a generic 200 mm wall. But in reality, on any construction site, there is no generic what? 200 mm wall. I hope you agree with me. Hello?
Yes.
There is nothing like generic 200 mm wall. If you select the roof It's also saying that it's generic 225 mm wall. There is nothing like generic 225 mm wall. The roof can be either aluminium roofing, long span roofing, clay tile roofing, whatever roofing that you want. So you should be very sure and you should be able to design the kind of wall you want. So what I want to do now is that I want to do a block wall. Okay, a block wall that has a width of say 125 mm, 5 inches wall, which is 125 mm thickness, and it has a plastering on both sides, and the plastering thickness can be say 12.5 mm on one side and then 12.5 mm on the wall on the other side. That is the kind of walls we work with. Now the plastering, whether you are doing exterior plastering or whether you are doing the interior plastering, the standards are what are different. So for now, let me just do, let's say, exterior wall with exterior plastering. So I'll just take one of the walls, this wall here, the generic one. Then I'll go to edit type. I beg, don't just observe me, Keke. Tomorrow we'll look at it properly. That's what we are going to do tomorrow. When you come to the edit type here, we have what you call construction. But before I'll edit it, I'll make a duplicate of it, of the wall, then give it a name. So the name I'll give it is that I'll call it 125 mm block wall. Block wall. That is 5 inches block wall with 12.5 mm plaster, okay, on both sides. I'm writing it English so that you appreciate what I'm saying. So I'm doing a 125 mm block wall with 12.5 mm plaster on both sides. Then I'll go to OK. As soon as I do that, you see that a new block type is added, a new wall is added called 125 mm block wall with 12.5 mm plaster on both sides here. When I've done that, then you come to construction. We have construction, we have graphics, we have materials, analytical properties, identity data, IFC parameters. For now, I am interested in the construction. And if I come to the construction, I'll look at the structure of the wall. So I'll click on edit. If I click on edit, a dialog box will pop up called edit assembly. At the lower left corner here, there's a preview here. If you click on it, it will open a preview so that you can see the wall. You can look at it in plan or you can look at it in what? In section. So when I look at the wall in section, this is the wall. When I look at it in plan, this in section, then this is in what? In plan. So let me look at it in plan before. Now if you look at it, it has only a structure here. It's a structure. And the thickness of the structure is what? 200 mm. So I want the structure to be 125 mm, which is 5 inches block wall. Not 6 inches, not 4 inches. But this time around, I'm talking of what? 5 inches block wall. So I'll edit this one and say this one is 5 inches block wall, which is 125 mm. So this gives me the structural component of the wall. Then when I finish, this is layers. This is the exterior side, this is the interior side. Then I will insert 2 more layers. So I've added 2 more layers. Layer 1, layer 2. So this layer here will be 12.5. Then this layer here is 12, not 12.5, 12.5, not comma. 12.5 mm. 12.5 mm. Then this layer here will also be what? 12.5 mm. If I come in here, you see that the wall is now showing me 12.5 mm here, another 12.5 mm here. But this one, this 12.5 mm, I want it to come down. So I'll move it down. Move this one down outside the core. Then take this one to up the core. So if it's that where there's a gray area, we call it the structural core. That's the core boundary. Then there's another core boundary here. So between this core boundary and between that core boundary, in the middle, then we have the structure, which is the main block work with a thickness of what? 12.5. Then the outside, we have a thickness of 12.5 for the plastering, then another thickness of 12.5 for the plastering. So this is the wall that we see now. So you see that this is the structural wall, this is the plastering, then this is the plastering. If I look at it in section, and I look at the wall here, you see that there's a plastering here, 12.5. There's another plastering here, which is also 12.5. Then in the middle here, we have the main block work, which is what? 125 mm. As soon as I click OK, and I click OK, what I've done is that I've created a wall. So if I go to the ground floor now, ground floor plan, and I look at that wall, TL, let me remove the thin line. If I look at it, there is a plastering on the outside, 12.5 mm. Then there's a plastering on the inside, which is also what? 12.5 mm. Then there's the main structural wall. In construction wise, this definition of wall that I've created here is correct than this definition here, which is just a blank wall without any plastering, but just a monolithic wall. So I can select all the walls in the project in this view, select all instances in visible in view, in all the view here, change it from generic 200 to the wall I just created, which is the 12.5 mm block wall with plaster on both sides. And if I look at it now, all the walls will change to reflect the new design that I have done. And this is the correct way of depicting wall in terms of construction, so that if I take a section through it and I zoom in, change the detail level to the medium, you see that this wall gives me the structural wall, and then the plastering here, and then the plastering here. Now, depending upon the conditions of the design or the specifications for the architect, the plastering can be 25 mm or the plastering can be 15 mm. That one will depend upon the person who is doing the design or the person who is doing the work, construction. So if you are an experienced person and you understand construction and you know what you are doing, then you can specifically detect that this is how thick I want my block work to be. This is how thick I want my plastering to be. If I'm plastering the foundation, what should be the thickness for the foundation plastering? If I'm plastering internal walls, what should be the thickness of the plastering? If I'm plastering external walls, what should be the thickness of the external walls? And this is a matter of construction decision. It's not a design decision. So if you understand construction very well, then you can decide how thickness the plastering should be, and you can give them different material for the plastering outside, different material for the plastering, and then different material for the block work. This we will look at in detail tomorrow. The same thing will be for the floor. We can do the floor, edit the floor, give the floor the appropriate thickness, 150 mm concrete thickness. Then if you have to add the screed, you look at how do we add the screed. If you want to add a finish, how do we add a finish? You look at all of them tomorrow. Any question? Hello? Mr. Dixon. Actor Franklin.
Yeah, mankind, no question.
No question.
No question.
Okay. Actor Kuonu.
Mankind.
Yes, sir. Do you get where I'm coming from?
Yes. Yes, I'm fully.
Mr. Godwin. Mr. Godwin. Hello. Are you with us? Seto.
Sir, I'm okay.
You are okay. So it's
Yeah.
a good point to stop. When we meet tomorrow, we will look at how you can edit components, how you can edit walls,
Okay.
how you can edit columns, how you can edit ducts, how you can edit pipes, so that they will mimic real world situation. If there's no further question, I think it's a good point to stop for the day. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So see you tomorrow at 8 o'clock.
All right.
Okay.
You are welcome, sis.